taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Thomas, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got on a road. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. So SMU's offense will get the first swing of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality. And they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hog mouth
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Mustang! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Yellow Jackets offense headed on the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Back to throw, it's Knowles. He's got him down the middle. And the defense drags him down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Phillips. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Complete in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. Because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yap.
Inside the 40. Open space at the 25. Turning it on. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Out of the gun, the inside kid. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to pass, it's Reed. Catch it in the middle, it's Wilson. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they throw the sticks and it's first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it right now.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You get a swarm. What about other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football. Make sure you get them on the ground.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Knowles. Dumps it off in the flats. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. This is where you make the money on the drive. 30, it's 30. wants to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Maddox. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield striker on 48. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down and 3rd down's coming out. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Knowles. The short hands, it's Phillips. They'll stop him just outside the 30 and the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the 1st down, and now they have a decision to make. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position. The fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll take another shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like it starts with the offensive line, but being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Trying play action. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Makes the grab. Snowed under by the defense.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. Maybe you want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else and play.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Knowles. Got his man in the middle.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They take the lead with the 6. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going at that point. Nice job.
And he'll just take the knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll try the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. And the Mustangs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give from the gun. Oh, he's got some speed. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Hello? I'm working. Why? Why? All right.
There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
Sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts. But I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back to back. And all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal coming up. They'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in line.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And it's a nice stop by this defense, and you would think now it's decision time by this offense. I got the ball inside of the 2. Man, stay aggressive. Even if they stop you, they got to go 90-something yards to get a touchdown. Let's go for this thing.
Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Mustang! They move on top here on the board.
And I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Looking for a man. It's Knowles. Snagged in the middle. It's Maddox.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Motion from the wide receiver. Using his legs, it's Maddox. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Yellow Jackets line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fighting off the defender. He'll have it up to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll send the back in motion. They go to the ground. Hard running there. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, I'm really curious to see this offense down the stretch. It's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Complete to the right. And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Yellow Jackets will snap it on first and 10. Handoff to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF out.
Mike check. Mike check.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. BJ fires complete. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of time to get to that first down mark. Back to pass, it's Knowles. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chain, they were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, and especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that's that. It's 4th down. But listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. Defense came up big in a big moment.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They want that clock to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Power football with the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 3rd and long. The lone back's got it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To the air, it's Knowles. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Phillips. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. DBs will try to keep everything in front. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollock, just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Missouri's offense will have the ball first. There are always butterflies to start a game, and when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Takes the handoff. It's Freeman. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He breaks a tackle. A collision. He stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes a connection. He'll have it up for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. Didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Gamecocks offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right. They are both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance, just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, Dave, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Steps away to find some room. Gets it to the back. Runs through the tackle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but he's got it, first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up second and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. You better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Finds a big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going for 6. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up second and 9. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Freeman. Powers through the defender. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man in the middle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Stand downfield. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Missouri! And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executed at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
It settles everyone down, all the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. South
had some miscues on offense, big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it at halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly to go to.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He makes the catch. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. You got an arm like this and you can just roll it, put it on the line. It's really nice to have.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time down. Join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. The give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing in this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just...
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 40, there he goes! Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got
Got enough space. Touchdown, Gamecock. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pursuit has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go right back to it. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Bring in the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Oh, they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. It's complete. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game.
He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And man, a lot of times.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together, they play with great effort. This team's tough to do.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.